You're standing in a checkout line at a grocery store in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay, thanks.
Your cart is a monument to preparedness. Diapers, laundry detergent, razors, shampoo, and enough cereal to outlast a hurricane season. The register says $412.86.
Here you go.
The cashier looks at the number, then at you. And that's when you hand her your coupons. A thick, immaculate stack of them, sorted by category, because you are a professional. She scans the first one. Beep, the total drops. Beep, it drops again. Beep, beep, beep. Somewhere around coupon number 30, she stops making eye contact. A manager drifts over, watches for a moment, shrugs. The machine says the coupons are good. Who is he to argue with the machine? When it's over, you pay $19.53.
17
The woman
cents?
behind you in line
That
stares
can't
like
be
you've just
right. There
performed a
has to be a
magic trick.
mistake.
And in a way, you have. Because the coupons in your hand are fake. Every single one of them. You don't know that yet. You also don't know that you've just committed fraud. And in about 8 months, 2 very polite men from the United States Postal Inspection Service are going to knock on your door and ask some pointed questions about your shopping habits. For 3 years, one anonymous seller flooded America's couponing communities with counterfeits so good that store scanners, seasoned cashiers, and even the manufacturers themselves couldn't reliably tell the difference. By the time it was over, the damage added up to more than $31 million. This wasn't the mob. It wasn't a hacker collective in a basement in Eastern Europe. It was a stay-at-home mom with photo editing software, a printer, and a Telegram account. In this video, we'll cover 3 generations of coupon fraud, each more sophisticated than the last, and how the biggest counterfeit coupon scheme in American history was built, run, and taken apart by an agency most Americans don't even know exists. Retailers think they're processing discounts. You know they're being robbed. Confirmed. This story is based on federal court records from the Eastern District of Virginia and official statements from the United States Department of Justice. The woman at the center of it pleaded guilty. This actually happened. What, you've never thought about how a coupon actually works? Oh my God, okay. A coupon is a tiny contract. On the front, a promise. 50 cents off, $2 off, buy one, get one free. On the back, in print small enough to require a microscope, the terms and conditions. And hidden in the barcode, the machinery that makes the whole thing run. Here's the part almost nobody thinks about. The store doesn't lose money when you use a coupon. When you hand over that little piece of paper, the supermarket gives you the discount, tosses your coupon into a bin under the register, and then ships it. Physically ships it in boxes to a company called a clearinghouse. Clearinghouses are the plumbing of the discount economy. Some of them truck the coupons across the border to sorting facilities in Mexico, where workers count them by hand, coupon by coupon, millions per day. The clearinghouse sorts them, tallies them, and bills the manufacturer. The manufacturer then pays the store back the full face value of every coupon, plus a handling fee of around 8 cents. Procter & Gamble reimburses the supermarket for your detergent discount. Kellogg's pays for your cereal. It's a slow, paper-based money loop, and the volume is absurd. In a typical year, American companies distribute hundreds of billions of coupons. Consumers redeem only a tiny fraction of them, around 1%. And even that adds up to billions of dollars changing hands. Billions of dollars riding on little pieces of paper. Follow one coupon on its full journey, and the picture gets clearer. You clip $2 off a bottle of shampoo in Virginia. Your coupon rides in a box to a processor, gets counted in a sorting facility, becomes a line item on an invoice. And a few months later, a consumer goods giant in Cincinnati wires $2.08 to your supermarket's parent company. Multiply that by every coupon, in every store, in every state, every single day. No one human ever looks at your specific coupon again. It exists for one scan and then dissolves into a statistic. Which means a coupon isn't really a discount. A coupon is a check. A weird, small denomination check that anyone can cash at any grocery store in the country, drawn on the accounts of some of the biggest corporations on earth. So how does the register know your check is real? The barcode. Modern coupons use a format called GS1 data bar. Packed inside those black lines, the manufacturer's company prefix, an offer code, the exact value of the discount, and the conditions. Which product, how many, valid until when. When the cashier scans it, the register reads the barcode, checks it against the items in your order, and approves the discount. Now notice what's missing from that process. Nobody calls Procter & Gamble to ask whether this coupon exists. The register trusts the barcode. The cashier trusts the paper. The clearinghouse trusts the volume. It physically inspects almost nothing, because inspecting billions of coupons would cost more than the fraud does. The manufacturer trusts the clearinghouse. Every link in the chain assumes some other link is doing the checking. That assumption is worth billions, and it's wrong. To understand who exploits it, you need to meet the couponer. Around 2010, a reality show called Extreme Couponing turned a quiet kitchen table hobby into a national sport. Cameras followed shoppers who bought $600 of groceries for pocket change. People with coupon binders organized with the rigor of a criminal defense file. Garages with stockpiles of mustard, toothpaste, and paper towels arranged like ammunition depots. For millions of viewers, many of them squeezed hard by the recession, it didn't look like shopping. It looked like a cheat code for the economy. The hobby moved online and got organized. Facebook groups, forums, Telegram channels, some with hundreds of thousands of members, all trading intel. Which store doubles coupons on Tuesdays? Which newspaper insert has the good Tide offer this week? How to stack a manufacturer coupon on top of a store promotion on top of a cashback app. There's a hierarchy, a slang, an etiquette. Most of it is completely legal, clever, obsessive, occasionally infuriating to the person behind you in line, but legal. And then there's the gray zone. Selling coupons violates pretty much every manufacturer's terms. Using a coupon on the wrong product is technically fraud, even when the register lets it through. And somewhere past the gray zone in the dark, there's a market for coupons that were never issued by anyone at all, counterfeits. In these communities, they hide in plain sight, passed around in private groups, sold in bundles, vouched for by admins. To a newcomer, they just look like the best deals in the group. That's the whole point. You joined one of those groups 3 weeks ago. It has a cutesy name, an admin who calls everyone hun, and a pinned post about a legendary seller whose coupons are, quote, insane. The kind that get you free diapers. Not 50 cents off. Free. You figure, what's the harm in asking? Coupon fraud is as old as coupons. The first one appeared in the 1880s, a ticket good for a free glass of Coca-Cola. And within a few decades, companies were already fighting people who redeemed coupons for products they never bought. By the 20th century, 3 classic methods had emerged. Method 1, volume. Coupons come in newspaper inserts, and newspapers are everywhere. Fraud rings paid crews to raid recycling centers, loading docks, and distribution warehouses, harvesting tens of thousands of identical inserts. Then they redeem the clippings through friendly retailers, or through stores that existed only on paper. Phantom supermarkets whose entire business was mailing coupons to clearinghouses and cashing reimbursement checks for products that were never sold. And sometimes the plumbing itself was crooked. In 2007, federal prosecutors indicted executives of one of the largest coupon processors in the country, alleging the middlemen had helped funnel hundreds of millions of dollars in bogus reimbursements to insiders. The pipes, it turned out, could be rigged from the inside. Method 2, the photocopier. Early print-at-home coupons were a security disaster. One legitimate coupon becomes 50 at the office copy machine. Manufacturers responded with unique serial codes, print limits, watermarks, and lawyers. The arms race had begun. Method 3, and this is the elegant one, barcode play. The old barcode system on coupons had a beautiful flaw. The register checked whether the coupon matched something in your order, but the matching was crude. It looked at broad product families, not exact items. In online forums, hobbyists reverse-engineered the whole system and published decoding guides. With the right knowledge, a coupon for one product could be selected so that it scanned successfully against something else entirely, something cheaper, or something it was never meant to touch. The register would beep its cheerful approval, because the register only knows what the barcode tells it. For a while, this was an open secret. Decoded coupon trades ran through auction sites and private lists, dressed up in the usual disclaimer. Sold for collectible purposes only, which is the coupon world's version of a bong being sold for tobacco use. Manufacturers hired investigators. Retailers circulated blacklists. None of it really worked, because the flaw wasn't in the people. It was in the barcode itself. So the industry killed the barcode. The answer was the GS1 data bar, the smarter code that encodes exact products in exact terms. By the early 2010s, the transition was complete, and decoding was mostly dead. But here's the thing about better locks. They don't stop crime. They select for better criminals. If the barcode now carries all the information, and the register believes whatever the barcode says, then the next move isn't to trick the barcode, it's to write your own. In July 2012, police officers in Phoenix, Arizona, walked into a tidy suburban house and found what investigators described as the largest counterfeit coupon operation in American history at the time. Stacks of fake coupons with a face value around $25 million, plus the things coupons had paid for: cars, a speedboat, guns, and roughly $2 million in assets. The operation was allegedly run by 3 women: Robin Ramirez, Amiko Fountain, and Marilyn Johnson. Their storefront was a website with a name so wholesome it hurts: Savvy Shopper Site. Members paid for access, and in return could buy high-value coupons, free product coupons, the crown jewels of couponing, for a fraction of face value. According to investigators, the counterfeits were professionally printed overseas and shipped into the country in bulk. The scheme worked because the product was good. These weren't blurry photocopies. They scanned. Cashiers took them. And the sellers maintained a fiction that kept customers comfortable. The coupons were real, just obtained through mysterious industry connection. Nobody selling you counterfeit money says the word counterfeit. The customers, for their part, ran on a piece of folk logic that still circulates in couponing groups today.
Great,
if it scans, it's real. It feels true. It is not true. The register isn't verifying anything. It's reading a barcode and doing what the barcode says. By that standard, a photocopied $100 bill is real because the vending machine took it. But the beep is persuasive. The beep sounds like permission. It fell apart the old-fashioned way. The victims got organized. Procter & Gamble noticed impossible redemption numbers. An industry watchdog got involved. Undercover officers made buy after buy, and eventually the police came through the door. Ramirez, the alleged ringleader, took a plea deal and got 2 years. Her associates got probation. Hollywood got a comedy. The 2021 movie Queenpins is loosely based on the case, and it plays the whole thing as a lovable caper. Which is fair, right up until you ask who actually pays for the missing million. Manufacturers price fraud into everything they sell. The joke is on every shopper who pays full price, which is to say, the joke is on you. But for our story, the Phoenix case matters for one reason. It proved there was a market, a big, hungry, suburban market. Thousands of ordinary people were willing to pay real money for fake coupons. Few questions asked. What that market was still waiting for was a supplier who didn't need overseas printers, bulk shipments, or a website with a paper trail. Someone who could make the product herself, to order, from her kitchen. Back to your Facebook group. The legendary seller everyone raves about goes by a handle: MasterChef. That was the actual name. Federal prosecutors would later put it in court documents. Behind it was Lorianne Tallons, a 30-something mother of 3 from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Between April 2017 and May 2020, according to the Department of Justice, Tallons ran what amounted to a bespoke counterfeiting studio. She had real skills in graphic design software, and she used them. She built templates that replicated everything: the layout, the fonts, the fine print, the logos, the expiration dates, and, crucially, the barcodes. Her coupons didn't just look real, they scanned. She had worked out how to generate valid GS1 data barcodes, the industry's answer to the last generation of fraud, encoding any discount she wanted, on any product she wanted. The Justice Department later used a very specific phrase for her work: virtually indistinguishable from authentic coupons. And that's the leap that separates her from everyone who came before. The Phoenix Ring resold counterfeits somebody else printed. Tallons was the printer. If a coupon didn't exist for a product, she could invent it. Customers messaged her requests: this brand, this item, this discount. And she designed it, sometimes within days. Free groceries, made to order. Investigators would eventually find designs for more than 13,000 different coupons on her computer. The business ran like a business. Marketing happened in couponing groups on Facebook and Telegram, where MasterChef had the only currency that matters in an underground market: reputation. The product worked, so word spread, so orders grew. She sold her counterfeits for a fraction of their face value. Pay $50, save $500, and took payment through PayPal and Bitcoin, years before your bank had an opinion about crypto. Then, the orders went out through the United States mail in plain envelopes. The shipping department was her husband, Pacifico Tallons Jr., who prosecutors say knew exactly what the family side hustle was and profited from it. Over 3 years, Tallons took in around $400,000. Her customers did far more damage. Redeemed at stores all over the country, her coupons burned retailers and manufacturers for more than $31.8 million. Remember the money loop. Every fake coupon becomes a real reimbursement check. Corporations were wiring actual money, week after week, against paper that had been invented in a home office in Virginia Beach. Oh, and one more detail. While all of this money flowed in, Talons was also enrolled in government assistance. By hiding her coupon income, prosecutors said, she collected about $43,000 in food stamp and Medicaid benefits she wasn't entitled to. She had built a machine that printed groceries, and she still ran a small welfare fraud on the side. Ambition is a spectrum. Your first order from MasterChef arrives in a plain white envelope. 20 coupons for $80. The paper feels right. The alignment is perfect. At self-checkout, the first one scans, beep, and something in your brain lights up like a slot machine. That $412 haul from the beginning of this video, that's you, 8 weeks later. You're not a criminal. You're just good at shopping. That's what you tell yourself. And the register keeps agreeing with you.
Yes, fine.
And it
Okay, order
escalates because
36789.
it always
No,
escalates.
five.
Got it. Order
Soon you're
50324.
placing bigger orders.
Five.
You've got a garage stockpile with its own shelving system. The group treats you like
did
a
it.
rising star.
Congrats.
And the admin who calls everyone hun
Awesome job.
tells you
Well
that some
done.
members resell their hauls
so
online.
proud of you. Congrats.
Free product,
Amazing.
pure profit. You're not just saving money anymore. You're making it. Somewhere in the back of your mind, a small voice asks a reasonable question. If these coupons are real, why does an anonymous stranger sell them for pennies on the dollar? You tell the voice to relax. The voice does not relax. The voice turns out to be right. Every underground market has the same weakness. It isn't the police, it's customer service. Somewhere out there was one of Talons' own customers. Someone who had bought her counterfeits, and who at some point in the relationship decided to burn her. We don't know exactly why. A dispute, a guilty conscience, a deal gone sideways. What we know is where the tip went, to an organization called the Coupon Information Corporation. If you've never heard of the CIC, that's by design. It's a nonprofit founded in the 1980s by the manufacturers themselves, a private intelligence agency for the discount economy. It keeps databases of every legitimate coupon offer in circulation. It trains retailers to spot fakes. It quietly buys counterfeits online to map out who's selling. It is small, obsessive, and very good at exactly one thing. The CIC looked at MasterChef's product and confirmed what the barcodes were hiding. These offers did not exist. No manufacturer had ever issued them. Every scan was a small lie told to a cash register. And because those counterfeits had traveled through the US, mail, the case landed with one of the oldest and most quietly terrifying agencies in the federal government, the United States Postal Inspection Service, a law enforcement outfit whose lineage runs back to Benjamin Franklin and whose specialty, mail fraud, has been ending American criminal careers since the 19th century. Al Capone went down for taxes. An astonishing number of everyone else went down for mail fraud. The inspectors did what they always do. They followed the envelopes. Payments were traced, shipments were tracked, purchases were made. This is the deeply unglamorous truth of how federal cases get built. Not a dramatic sting, just months of paperwork closing around a target like slow water. A PayPal account connects to an email. The email connects to a name. The name connects to an address. The address sends a suspicious amount of mail. And in May 2020, investigators executed a
Anything
search
here?
warrant on the Talons
look at
home in
this
Virginia
pile.
Beach. They found coupons
That's the one.
everywhere, in boxes and closets, stuffed into corners of the house. Counterfeits with a total face value of over $1 million, just sitting in inventory. And on her computer, the real treasure, the design library, the templates, the customer messages. 3 years of the entire enterprise organized in tidy digital folders. Counterfeiters who keep good records make prosecutors very, very happy. Lorianne Talons
I saw
pleaded guilty to
everything.
mail fraud, wire fraud, and healthcare fraud. In September 2021, a federal judge sentenced her to 12 years in prison and ordered her to repay the full $31.8 million, a number she will realistically be paying down for the rest of her life. Her husband got about 7 years for handling the shipping.
Do you see the
12 years.
inconsistencies?
For coupons. People have served less for armed robbery. The federal system has many flaws, but a sense of humor about mail fraud is not one of them. Which brings us back to your door. The two polite men from the Postal Inspection Service aren't here to arrest you. Not today. They're working through MasterChef's customer list, and you're on it. They know what you bought, when you bought it, and how you paid. Because she kept records and you used PayPal. They would like to ask you
Mr.
some
Henderson.
questions. Here's what you learn, sitting at your kitchen table while your stockpile of free detergent looms behind you like evidence. Because it is evidence. Knowingly using a counterfeit coupon is fraud. I didn't know is a defense with a shelf life. And yours expired around the time you started ordering custom coupons from an anonymous stranger named MasterChef. Prosecutors mostly want the big fish, but mostly is doing a lot of work in that sentence. And you're going to spend the next year finding out exactly how much. The couponing groups are still out there. New sellers keep appearing with new handles and the same too-good product because the machine still works the way it always did. The register trusts the barcode, the cashier trusts the paper, and everyone assumes someone else is doing the checking. The industry's long-term answer is to kill paper entirely. Digital coupons, locked to your loyalty account, single use, unfakeable, much safer. Of course, a digital coupon can't be counterfeited because it knows exactly who you are, where you shop, and what you buy at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. The fake coupon costs you $19 and change. The real one costs your data. In this economy, you don't find deals